Our city has been changing, but it's not for the better. If you ask our city council, they'll tell you everything is great, everything's under control, but it's not. We've actually been down to downtown and asked the business owners, what is your #1 issue? Homelessness. They're finding homeless people sleeping in their front doors, so they can't get them to move out. So now they're getting into physical altercations with homeless people. They can't get business because now it smells like urine and feces because they use their businesses or the outsides as bathrooms. Moms can't go to the playgrounds because now they have to kind of sweep the sand like this. And I know they laugh about it. But we sweep the sand to make sure there aren't any drug needles, paraphernalia, because the homeless people use that as their hangouts, and they sniff the slides for urine and feces as well. Just the other day, a mom recorded a homeless lady pulling down her pants and pooping in the gutter right down the street from Harborview Elementary. So it is a big problem. Last election, I went out on a ride-along. 7 out of 8 calls were for homeless incidents. So it's draining our police resources. Our fire department was there. So if any one of us has a medical emergency, the time will be longer for them to get to us because nothing's being done. What makes this even more frustrating is that we have laws in place right now to resolve the issue overnight. We were told if you want to enforce your no camping laws, let's put up a shelter. That shelter you were talking about, $17 million to the taxpayers, and it's sitting there practically empty. They're not going in there. They don't want to go in there. So what does our current council think? They think it's a great idea to buy the building across the street, the Quality Inn, which will be a second homeless shelter on Beach Boulevard. They didn't talk to us about it. They did this on their own. What the 4 of us have talked about doing is we want to resolve the issue. It is resolvable. There is actually a plan in place right now. When they said you want to put that shelter up, there's a 90-day plan that came with that shelter that went in a drawer the minute we agreed to that shelter. We want to take that out and implement it. It is a plan that takes all the homeless people and it catalogs them. Do you need mental help? Do you need a battered women's shelter? Do you need counseling? And it gets them to where they need to be. Casey and I also worked since 2020, been working on a program that Costa Mesa has called Trellis Costa Mesa. It's called Surf City here in Huntington Beach. What they do is they get private companies, churches, and the city all work together to bring the resources that the homeless people need. We've been trying to bring that in. It hasn't been possible because we need a council that wants to get that done. We want to get it taken care of. So we've committed to taking care of the homeless issue. We're not just complaining about it. We actually have 2 plans to get that done. Number 2, we want to unleash Michael Gates. He saved our city almost $200 million just fighting for us. However, all of these battles he's had that he's actually won are from the last city council, not the current one we have today. We need to change the council to allow Michael Gates to do his job, and the 4 of us have agreed to do that. But we can't do that on our own. As Michael said, we usually have a lot of candidates, which is why we lose. We lose because too many candidates run. What we need to do is to solidify the votes around the 4 of us, and what you can do to help is take a picture of this card. Text it, email it, get it to everybody you trust, and let them know we need to get behind these 4 so that we can make sure we all get the votes we need so we can get on council and fight for the community, because that's what we need to do. We are all passionate about our city, and we all want to fight, but we do need your help. So once again, my name is Gracey Van Der Mark, and I would be honored to have your vote along with Mike.